Hi everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I am your reader every time you visit me at this channel. Now this reading is intended for the sign of Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart and you're in a twin flame connection, or if your twin has Aquarius anywhere in their chart, this reading should be able to provide you with clarity about what you'll be experiencing for the month of September. Also, I'll be releasing another twin flame reading probably around mid-month. So if this reading has been able to help you or provide you with clarity, feel free to hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when the next reading comes out for your sign. Now, Aquarius, bottom of the deck for your energy is the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups and the High Priestess. This is making me feel as though this whole reading is kind of a frustrating energy. So, oh my goodness. We have a karmic who is very jealous, right? We've got three people, the secret that comes out about three people, right? The situation here is looking very much like the person that you're interested in. For you feminine, they're still having a really hard time balancing their life, okay? Now, what's awful about this energy is that it's literally like this person, for you feminine, is just watching you leave, right? They're not really doing a whole lot of anything. And I'm seeing that all throughout this reading. So for you feminine energy, this is your side of my reading, your spread. But if you are resonating with the feminine side and you're a masculine physically, or you identify as masculine, that's okay too. Just flip it however you need to. But for you feminine, I'm seeing so much disappointment and feeling as though it's time to go, right? Masculine energy is having a really rough time with his emotions at this time. He's not really in a space of being able to feel his feelings, which is kind of weird. It's like your masculine side has just completely shut down, right? And I think that has to do with the feminine, because what's coming through here for your energy in the past, feminine, is the Tower. So there was something that you did, and my guess is you did this right here, this oracle card that says, I'm tired of trying. You were over it, right? Now, Five of Wands comes out in the reverse for your combined energy. You came out of conflict with your twin. You may have had a brief reunion or some type of conversation, but it could very well be that there's a Pisces or a Libra that's getting in between your connection, okay? Now, for your masculine energy, this is so weird because he literally, it's like he just left very abruptly, right? I feel like for you feminine, you came through with an offer or an ultimatum of like, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. You're not giving me what I'm giving you. I know my worth. I'm out of here, right? Instead of your masculine trying to come after you and even give you any type of conversation, right? It seems as though they just removed themselves very quickly. We have, I'm sorry, I hurt you in the reverse, and I've never forgotten you in the reverse. So the masculine energy is quite literally not even willing to communicate, right? This has been probably a cycle in this twin connection where the masculine energy just completely shuts down and gives the feminine nothing to go on. And I think for you feminine, you're getting to a space where you have very little time to deal with this, right? This is the kind of person that if you message them and you're like, hey, I need to talk to you, this is how I feel, they will take days or weeks to even get back to you. And for you, I'm beginning to feel like that's just unacceptable, because the blockage here is not only this other person that your masculine seems to be holding on to or putting above you. The blockage is also very much you being able to see one another's point of view. So if feminine is saying, hey, you want to come out of conflict with me, but you still have this energy over here, this karmic partner. And it's very apparent with this Five of Wands in the reverse that nobody compares to me, right? We have something that you won't find somewhere else. What is the issue, right? Why do you keep things just in this weird limbo of never knowing what is going on? And if you say that to this energy, this is going to be somebody who completely shuts down and ices you out. This is like a total Ice King or Ice Queen. This is somebody who, it's like they want you, feminine energy, to fight for them. And rather than saying, hey, I really love you and I want this to work, they will go back to their karmic partner to try to make you jealous and trigger you to chase after them, right? So it's kind of a flip-flop energy, because the masculine is actually expecting the feminine to kind of step into that masculine role and just chase him down, right? Feminine is over it. King of Pentacles is not moving for anybody. They're staying put right where they are. And they're like, if you want me, you come to me, right? There needs to be some more reciprocity. You need to see what I'm talking about, why I feel the way I do. And you really need to get it together. And in doing that, that completely made this person leave, right? So I wouldn't even be surprised if they've ghosted, or if you were talking one minute and then the next minute they're just silent. Super frustrating, Aquarius. I'm really sorry. Now, energy at present for my feminine, we have the 10 of Wands coming through in the reverse. So you may have been willing to talk this out with your person in the past, but based on the fact that you tried really hard to be transparent about what you needed and they didn't even reply, you're now in a space of being like, you know what, walls up. Like I'm blocking you, or I'm unfriending you, or I'm moving myself away from this. I'm going to put up my barrier, because what I'm seeing is that you just come and go so quickly. And then as soon as I'm like, hey, what's the plan? You're just gone. You're not willing to keep moving towards your masculine, even if you recognize that that's who he is at this time. Now, my oracle cards for our feminine is, how do you forget me so easily and tell me you still care? And that's exactly it. This person shuts you out to the point that you don't even know if they give a damn about you, right? So actions that you're taking, feminine, King of Wands in the reverse, you're no longer trying to figure this out, right? You feel as though this person has kind of betrayed you. You're frustrated because you feel as though this person rejects you. They have a way of triggering your abandonment issues to the point that you're probably, for some of you, starting to wonder if this person is a narcissist, or if they have some real deep-seated psychological issues, because this behavior, it's really about control, right? Which is exactly it. We have the Emperor coming out for that past energy. And so it's quite literally the masculine just completely shutting down, ghosting, to be able to maintain control of the situation, because this person is very hyper sensitive to criticism or to accountability. They will not deal with it. And so how they enforce their power in the situation is by making you feel as though you're being left out of the relationship, or they take their love away so quickly as a way to punish you. For a lot of you, you feel like this person, even if they are your match, they're not even worth it at this point. Okay. Now, if you need to reverse the roles, please do so. But for feminine, you're just like, what just happened? Like, how can this happen so quickly? I thought things would be different this time around, and you're still doing the same behavior of trying to tear me down, right? Because this past energy is Tower. So this person coming in and maybe whatever they said was probably a bit of a surprise to you, or the conversation you had, but they really kind of rocked your core, right? When they show up and they're, hey, let's come out of conflict, let's talk. You're like, okay, I'm ready to move my entire life around to try to figure this out with you. And then you're left picking up the pieces when this person will leave you on read, or not reply, or not even open your messages, right? So for you feminine, I feel like you're angry. You're going to keep your walls up at this time. This is your present energy. If this hasn't happened yet, give it a little bit of time, because I find that twins are sometimes a few weeks to months ahead of each other or behind. It just depends on where you're at in the cycle. Now, for the masculine, we have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Super frustrating, okay? Lots of indecision. I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I'll just wait. What I'm feeling for this person, the masculine side, is this is the kind of person that, for you feminine, when you get upset, or even if you're not upset and you just say, hey, I need some accountability, I need some reciprocity, they will ghost, wait a while, and then come back and be like, hey, I really miss you. How's it going? Because they're hoping that you've forgotten why you were upset. And they're also hoping that you've forgotten what you needed initially and communicated to them. They don't want to deal with that. So to them, they're hoping if they can create this distance, it's like, well, it's not over. We're just not talking. And then I'm kind of punishing my feminine in a way that when I return, she'll just be so happy to see me that she won't have all these things that she wants me to do, right? You feminine, I feel like you're just like, yeah, you know what? I'm beginning to see this for what this is. You need to open up to me. You need to talk to me. I'm tired of being the only one expressing my feelings just to get ghosted or shut out, right? Masculine energy is kind of difficult to deal with in this twin flame connection. Now we do have, I ask people about you, which that was literally my first thought when I saw this Three of Wands. It's like masculine stalking feminine. He wants to know what she's doing. Is she really leaving? Is this control drama of him ghosting and, you know, trying to trigger all these abandonment issues? Is it making her want to chase him or not? You know, is she coming back? He's waiting basically for you, feminine, to make the first move, right? Kind of frustrating. Feminine isn't with it though, because it says, did you ever care in the reverse? So feminine is getting to the point where it's like, I don't want to talk about what happened in the past, in the sense that I'm beginning to wonder if you ever cared at all. That to me is more important than everything else. Like, I can't even talk to you about anything, right? If I was a priority, you'd show up. If you cared, you'd be here, right? So it's kind of the energy of like, I don't think you ever cared about me, because it's so easy for you to come and go and play all these games. I don't even know if I believe that you ever cared. Tell me that you still care, right? Because you forget me so easily. It really looks like you never cared at all. So feminine is not happy, right? Super unhappy, which to me, from what I'm seeing, that's valid. We also have, I think you won't forgive me in the reverse. So here's the thing about this person. Like I said, they play that little game where as soon as you want something feminine, they ghost or they leave. They know that you will forgive them. This ship is, to me, this, anytime you read like what this card means, it talks about this returning, right? So they know it's only a matter of time, right? Till you get over your disappointment and you start realizing that something's missing in your life. You get in your feels, right? Maybe have a little bit too much to drink. And then suddenly this Knight of Wands comes out in the upright. And you're willing to put your own self back in a situation where you're dealing with someone who left that's selfish, right? Because you're feeling a little bit needy or sad and really having regrets about the way things happened in the past. They know this about you, right? I don't know what you're going to do with it. It's kind of annoying me. And I'm not even like the feminine in this situation, but they do this on purpose. They absolutely do. Okay. Now, energy between the two of you currently, Page of Cups in the reverse. So nobody's talking. People are not being emotionally available. This masculine over here is just shut down. Feminine is trying to almost silence the part of herself that cares about this situation anymore, right? We have gifts. So this to me talks a lot about giving and receiving. And we're questioning, is this person going to come back? Did they ever care at all? Was everything a lie? This person's trying to figure out, are you going to give to them, feminine? Are you coming back? Is this the last time? Do I actually have to get up and do something this time? Because it seems a little bit more real than it has in the past. She seems a little bit angrier than she has before. Maybe I overdid it this time around, right? Blockage here is Knight of Cups, money in the reverse. So stability, right? Trust. This karmic partner that this person keeps using to try to incite your jealousy and make you chase them, that's a huge blockage, right? Having movement in this situation in a way that's emotionally available, huge blockage, right? Now, bottom of masculine, we have I didn't know how to love you. And I feel like he's doing some reflecting, right? Unfortunately, with the coins being in the reverse, there's still not a whole lot that's tangible. There's still him kind of weighing his options and probably behind the scenes spending time with this person and hoping that you will see it. But he's also realizing that he doesn't really seem to have what it takes to make this connection move forward. And maybe that's why he's getting so triggered. So as frustrating as this person is and their behavior is, it looks like there may be a little bit of self-introspection. And that's that thing about the hanging man. That's our blockage, and that's in the reverse. So somebody's doing some thinking. They're trying to see someone else's point of view. They're trying to figure out, well, why doesn't this work? Or why hasn't this commitment happened, right? So there is some thought going on, thankfully, because this is like, if this was my situation personally, which I would just, that's exactly it. I'd be like, you know what? This feels so toxic all the time. I don't know if this can be fixed. And I don't know if you're going to ever really get it together. So for you Aquarius twins, I feel very bad that you're in this, because this is still so toxic in a lot of ways, right? This person, the masculine, is coming through as having some real issues that the feminine, it's like there's not a whole lot you can do with this person based on their triggers and the way that they operate. I'm going to take a look at what you can expect for the rest of September, because we've looked at kind of where you're at, where you've been. We're going to look into your masculine and see how he's really feeling, because he doesn't do a whole lot of sharing, right? So that'll probably be very helpful for you feminine. We're going to take a look at what he will be doing and how that will affect you, feminine. And then we're going to do the same for the for my masculine viewers. We'll look at all of those things for the feminine, how she's feeling, what she'll do, how that will affect the situation. We're going to look at your situation for the future as well as the blockage, and then advice for both of you on how to deal with that blockage. But good luck with this. Please stay strong and be very good to yourselves, because this is a really difficult situation. It's like this person is fighting tooth and nail to sabotage this connection, right? And we can even pull a card to see why the masculine behaves the way he does when it comes to his feminine. Because I feel like this karmic is almost just like just another tool in his toolbox to try to piss his feminine off. Okay. I don't even really feel like there's a whole lot of love towards this person. I feel like at this point, he just uses them to make you feminine upset. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you take care of yourselves, and I will see you over in the extended reading. Bye. And I have to say, Aquarius, this is a big turnaround from your public reading. There was a lot of really frustrating energy. This masculine wasn't doing anything to move the situation forward. It did look like there was a period of reflection. But for you feminine, you have started to give up on this, and I can totally understand why. Now, the bottom of your deck is I love you for the masculine energy. And we also have I don't deserve you, which is really interesting because the bottom of your oracle was conversations and self-esteem in the reverse, as well as solitude in the reverse. So now we see a return from the masculine where he's really been starting to do some thinking about why he behaves the way he does. And he's realizing that he's projecting a lot of his issues about his own self-worth and his own self-esteem onto his feminine.